Today, we're talking about supplements for your brain, or nootropics. If you want to improve your archery game, you need to have a consistent, zoned in mindset. And to help promote that, these 4 supplements can help sharpen your attention and reduce jitteriness. After watching this, I guarantee that you will shoot your first 30x 300 game and just slaughter everyone on the line. Just kidding. No, that's not going to happen. This is not a magic pill. These aren't going to just automatically make you awesome, but they are a slight nudge in keeping your attention and focus consistent over the long term while practicing and shooting in competition. I've been using nootropics for 15 years. I used them a lot in college to help study, and then doing interviews, public speaking. I'm someone that struggled with getting into that zoned in mindset. So this helped me a lot throughout the years. And then when I started archery, I incorporated some of these things in to see what helped, give myself a little bit of a nudge. Let's dive in. So there's 3 factors that I considered when thinking about these supplements. Number 1 is motivation. I'm going to refer to this as an uplift in mood because motivation has a weird context to it. You still need the discipline to do the thing that you got to do, but an uplift in mood can have a positive impact on staying engaged. Number 2 is calm or staying mellow, more so preventing extra anxious or jitteriness. You're already going to have that, especially in a competition. So it's really about not adding that on top of that anxious energy or jitteriness that you may already have in competition and trying to reduce it ideally. Number 3 is mental clarity or focus. I know for me, this is the big thing that I look for is keeping my mind on task and going through the shot process with intention. I've got these ranked in order of effectiveness, and I'm going to start with number 4, and that is alpha GPC. I've been using this for, 15 years. This was one of the first supplements that I used back in the day when I was in college. There's a supplement that came out called Alpha Brain, and the main active ingredient in that was alpha GPC. I used Alpha Brain for a long time, and then I started switching to just using that main active compound. The main factor that alpha GPC provides is focus or mental clarity, and it does this without having a jitteriness or nervous energy. Alpha GPC is one of the most popular nootropics out there. It acts on a different brain pathway than the next 3 that I'm going to talk about, which may lead to it having a good synergistic effect to utilize it along with these other supplements that I will mention. One study of alpha GPC against caffeine showed that it had the same positive effects on concentration and performance as caffeine, but without the jitteriness and nervous energy. And that's why I think this is such an important supplement to use along with archery. Supplement number 3, Bacopa. This one is totally new to me. I never utilized it before. I grabbed it and started experimenting with it over the last few weeks while shooting so I could make a fair judgment on it. So in my experience with Bacopa, gave high motivation and energy and pretty high mental clarity, maybe a notch below alpha GPC. It's not perfect at staying calm and collected, but it's not promoting nervousness or jittery energy. 2 studies. The one found a significant improvement in cognitive performance, and the other did not. However, the other did show decreased anxiety, and that's why I think this is a good one for archery, because just one dose can lower your response to anxiety in a stress event, and it also has shown with longer studies that it decreases your response to stress-related events over the long term. And for that reason, I listed it as number 3, right below our number 2 supplement of L-theanine. This is a good supplement that is very consistent in promoting calmness and clarity. It has a synergistic effect with caffeine. It reduces the jitteriness of caffeine while increasing a focused mindset. And that is huge for archery, especially when you don't want to have any more nervous jitteriness or pin float more than you're already going to have. I personally don't believe L-theanine is too overly powerful or that you really feel the effects, but I think this is a great base supplement to add into your daily protocol, whether it's just for archery or in general for life. It really keeps you mellow and chill without the drowsiness. Counteracting caffeine is huge. I mean, everyone drinks coffee. Everyone has caffeine. So it can help keep you in the zone along with drinking your cup of joe before shooting without worrying about going too much overboard. The number one supplement to aid in focus for archery is ashwagandha. I really thought that this was super overhyped, but it really surprised me at the benefits and the feeling I had taking this before shooting. Is ashwagandha overhyped? Is it really blown out of proportion? You might be surprised at the benefits that I found for archery. I've taken it with other supplements and drinks in the past, but I've never had it by itself in a supplement form until this last summer. And I started taking it and actually had some really good days of shooting in score in competition and 3D shoots, and now an indoor shooting this winter. Ashwagandha has really been the dark horse of supplements that I've tried and introduced over the last year. It really gives a focus and mental acuity while promoting calmness. There's a little bit of mood lift as well, but I think the biggest thing, for me, the biggest thing was promoting calmness while staying in the zone. Study of 13 people, so not a big study. It decreased perceptions of stress, enhanced mood, improved cognitive function. Participants were in a double-blind, placebo-controlled study, and they performed cognitive function tests every hour for 6 hours. Through that 6 hours, ashwagandha sustained attention by helping maintain reaction times, preventing mental fatigue, and remaining vigilant. So that kind of translates very closely over to an archery competition, trying to stay on task and mentally alert. So I think this study, it is a smaller study, but the way they performed it seems to translate very closely to archery. There's so many variables on the day-to-day and how you feel mentally when you're shooting. So I would take this whole video with a grain of salt. It's just about giving one that extra 5% to get yourself a little more in the zone than you would be. Those are my top 4 mental supplements for archery. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are these snake oil? Let me know what your thoughts are. If this brought any value to you, please sub and we'll see you on the next one. Are the granola hippies at Trader Joe's really just exacerbating?